Hey, good morning, Mr. Bullet. What you got there? Do you want to eat? Yeah. Sit. Okay, let's test out if you can stay while I go get the food. Stay. 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 Stay, good boy. So, I have been hired by a friend to be a sort of, I guess you could call it, media consultant, where he hired me for his business to help him up his social media game and become more of a cohesive kind of brand for his business, get more involved with the analytics and the posting on social media. So I'm on my way to our first meeting. Nice to get the extra cash, and it's also, I like this stuff. I like teaching it and I like talking about it, so it's a win-win. So I mentioned a couple times on this channel that I've struggled, and actually for years, with anxiety and like panic attack level anxiety. I guess I've struggled with it, you know, when I talk to my parents about it, they're like, no, you've struggled with your whole life. But it's like, it didn't really become like an actual main issue until about like 4 years ago. Almost 5 years ago, actually. I've noticed that in the past like 6 months, I've just had this tremendous amount of progress being made. And it's been this upgoing battle of recovery, you know, for the past couple of years, for the past 5 years, and just learning how to handle it and manage it and do better from it, essentially. But in the past 6 months, something just clicked, and it's been like pretty rapid recovery, which I'm grateful for, because it sucks. But I say all this stuff though to say that, like, even though that is the case, and I do feel myself getting better, I do know the struggle, and like sometimes it's weird how it works. Like, 'cause sometimes you can have 1,000 thoughts and just ignore the 1,000, but then the 1,001, for some reason it just catches, and it's like, and you start cycling. It evokes like a physical body reaction, not just the emotions, but it actually creates this feeling and this tension in your body, this stomach ache, this kind of weird feeling. And I'm just expressing it to tell people that, hey, if you struggle with it, you're not alone. And talking sometimes helps, sometimes it doesn't. It's just fine knowing yourself and the situation. Because sometimes the more that I would talk, the more I would just cycle, or somebody would trigger something and it'd make me just feel even worse. But I say that to say that, you know, I found myself having one of those moments this morning where I just kind of felt funky and kind of just felt off. And I still have that like tension, but what I've learned is that it does pass. So every time I feel like this, I can say, you know what? Yes, it kind of sucks right now. Yes, I feel off. Yes, it doesn't feel great. But I know that it's gonna pass, and I know that soon, or later today, or, you know, however long it takes. But I know, at least for myself, by the end of today, like, or even by probably lunchtime, I'll be fine, you know. So have a hope that this won't last forever. Yo, check this out. Look what Jamie just sent me. So apparently, Teespring is promoting some of my merch. The Don't Be a Karen collection, and I don't know what, and the Over and Over Again collection. But it's like actual Teespring design. That's pretty sick, man. So I want to talk about karma for a quick second. Now, I don't necessarily believe in karma, actually, but like, it's the concept of it. I believe, you know, I believe in God, and I believe that if you're generous, that comes back around. So, but for all intents and purposes of just the explanation, we will use that name. So yesterday I sent out a text message and saying like, hey, you know, first, I'm thinking of a number 1 through 100. Anybody that guesses that number gets a free mask. Some people actually got it, so I sent them a free mask. And the cool thing about it though is that I just wanted to do something fun for the community, do something cool. I had no intention of like it necessarily leading to like sales of merch. Well, I knew that maybe potentially, yeah, of course it could happen, but it wasn't my intention. But what's cool is somebody that actually won ended up making a purchase from the merch, which then covered the other people that won, which is just, it's crazy how that works. One of the goals of this vlog is to teach and to inspire other creatives and people, entrepreneurs and musicians in general, to do what I do and just get new ideas. So if it's possible, try to figure out a way you can give back to your community, and it's just going to come back to you in the end. So I've talked a lot about the past couple of days potentially reaching out to these influencers, these other YouTubers, these vloggers that are doing the vlogmas thing on YouTube, and asking if they'd want to participate or use my song Christmas in Quarantine in any of their vlogs. This is my whole list right now. So these are all the names. These X's over here is if I message them on Instagram, and this is if I emailed them also. so we can see all these names that I went through. I actually learned a ton in the process of doing this. One, I definitely need to put my social media in my YouTube bio because I don't have any of that. I learned that there's a lot of vloggers out there, but not only that, but there's a lot of people actually watching, which is very interesting. Like, there's a lot of channels that have 50,000, 13,000, 127,000, 228,000 subscribers, and there's just a lot of people watching. Just even if there's 4,000, 2,000, 1,000, there's just people watching, which I also found very interesting. I also found that like 85% of them had a P.O. box, which last time I went to the mailbox or the post office, I had thought about potentially getting one, but I'm like, I don't know, I don't want to. I debated it, but I didn't end up doing it. So now that I see that, it's something I'm a little more heavily considering, just why not kind of thing. I was like, well, is it worth whatever it costs to set it up or not? I don't know. But I did see that like 85% of them had this, so maybe it's something I'm considering. Out of all the ones that I've reached out to, I've only gotten 2 responses. One was saying no, and one was saying yes. So, I mean, it's not too bad for now. Look what we have here, Bullet. Homemade linguine and clam sauce. You like being the center of attention, huh? Yo, I accidentally added way too much pasta. Jamie already ate at work, so it's just me eating this, and I don't know why I accidentally added a whole pound of pasta, and now it looks ridiculous. Bull, is mommy home? Bull, is mommy home? Yeah? Okay, Google Play Christmas in Quarantine by Jacob Restituto.
Playing Christmas in Quarantine, Jacob Restituto, Christmas song on YouTube Music.
I find a light in the darkness, been so long forgotten. It's supposed to